Hi everyone, my name is Wenxin, and today my topic is planning and operational aspects of the microgrids embedded with the renewable and distributed energy resources. There are four parts in my presentation. The first is the introduction, the second is the literature review, and the design and the conclusion. Okay, let's go to the first part, introduction. With the development of the science and technology and people's awareness of the energy crisis, smart grids with the renewable energy and the energy of the power system have become the focus of the research. However, the planning of the smart grids remains a complex and difficult problem for power engineers. There are many factors that can affect the smart grid, such as economic benefits, interactions between users, how information is transmitted through the smart grids, and how the energy is generated by the renewable energy of the smart grids is stored, and how it is designed to improve the transmission efficiency of the smart grid. The current trend is that smart grids will gradually replace the traditional power generation methods, especially smart grids containing renewable energy, economic benefits, and the reliability of the entire smart grid are the primary factors to consider when planning the smart grids. And in the relationship between different parts of the smart grid, the economic benefits are also directly related to the reliability of the entire power grid. In general, more reliable smart grid systems tend to have higher economic benefits. For smart grid designers, higher control reliability often faces three challenges, which are voltage VAR control, voltage frequency control, and isolation and protection. Therefore, the article examines how to plan a smart grid system that meets requirements from three important factors, which are reliability of the entire smart grid, storage and distribution of the renewable energy generation, and the intelligent information exchange through the grid. Okay, let's go to the next part. Is the literature review. The first is the frequency control in the smart grid. In general, there are several methods of the controlling of frequency in the power grid. The first is to control the frequency of the grid by means of generator speed regulation in the power station. The second is to artificially add synchronous generator sets and control the frequency of the entire grid through the artificial regulation. However, the shortcoming is that this method does not change the power generation efficiency of the conventional power generation, but only adjusts the frequency of the grid to adjust the balance. And the third method of the adjustment is to make the reasonable allocation when building the grid. This includes arranging the unit combination with the lowest opening and stopping cost to accommodate the large changes in daily load, or the active power is economically distributed between the generator sites so that the power generation cost is the lowest. In a geographically wide power system, the sum of power generation costs and network losses should be the lowest. Okay, let's go to the next part is voltage VAR control. The reactive power that is usually considered is not the meaning of not doing work. The most important role of reactive power is to establish a magnetic field so that motor and transformer can operate normally. Normally, this part of the power is called VAR, and we have three ways to control this VAR, this reactive power. The first type is the high voltage control method. That is, the capacitor group is connected in parallel in the transmission line of the entire high voltage power grid. This method is economically efficient and very easy to maintain and does not impose an economical burden on the users in the grid, such like increased increase the electricity cost, and such on. However, the disadvantage of this method is that when the motor and the transformer in the grid operate at a very low power, the capacitor bank tends to overcharge the entire grid. As a result, the voltage quality in the power grid is damaged, affect all users in the grid. The second method is a low voltage control method. This control method is to install a capacitor bank at the low voltage end of the transformer where different factories or different user groups are located. The advantage of this control method is very flexible and it can be compensate the different reactive powers for different types of users in different regions, which is convenient for engineers to control. The third method is for the individual electrical appliances. That is, a capacitor bank is added to the individual motor to control the individual reactive power. Okay, let's go to the next part. Is a BESS system is battery energy storage systems. A battery is an energy storage device that converts electrical energy into electrical energy by converting it into chemical energy. In the planning and operation of new smart grids, electrical energy storage devices play a very important role. For batteries, the most important are 3 points, namely battery cost, battery life, and charging and discharging efficiency. Different battery companies provide different battery life and charge and discharge efficiencies. And the lead-acid batteries are the commonly used in the mainstream large-scale energy storage equipment, and such batteries are relatively cheaper to produce and can bring higher economic benefits. At the same time, greater economic benefits can be obtained by selling excess electricity generated by the renewable energy, or through the control system to calculate the minimum battery capacity demand of the required grid, reduce the cost of the energy storage system in the grid, and to obtain the higher economic benefits. Okay, let's go to the next part. Is my design part. Okay, in my design, I add lots of DC step-down converter and the control system between the generator and the PV array system, and the DC boost chopper and DC inverter. And I add another battery in the grid to maintain the grid is stable, to make more economic benefits. So this design requires 10 experimental groups and 10 control groups. The experimental groups were connected by design, and the power of each area of solar power panel is adjusted to the 10 different powers of the 10 different powers from the 20 volts to the 200 volts. The control groups adopt the traditional grid connection method, that is without an intelligent control module on the battery and the synchronous motor, and the power of each area of the solar power panel is also adjusted to different series of different powers of the 20 volts to the 200 volts and compared. The operating cycle is 1 week. If the experimental group is more stable than the control group, the voltage in the grid is more stable and the VR is more stable, indicating that the design grid has a higher stability. If both designs are successful, then the smart module is good for smart grid control and efficiency. It means my design is better than the traditional smart grids. So let's go to the next part. Is part 4, conclusion. In my presentation, there are 3 challenges is frequency control, VR control, and BESS system. And my aim is to control the frequency, control the VR to maintain the stability to earn more economic benefits. Okay, thank you.